Even have to go anywhere because this is the Talk Beat Jones and 'cause this is the Talk Beat Jones and see you then Saturday 1 2. 'Cause this is the Talk Beat Jones and 'cause this is the Talk Beat Jones and see you then Saturday 1 2. 'Cause this is the Talk Beat Jones and 'cause this is the Talk Beat Jones and see you then Saturday 1 2. 'Cause this is the Talk Beat Jones and 'cause this is the all right, this is the Talk Beat Jones, and I want everybody to do this. Get on your telephone, get on your email, get on your fax, get on your Gmail, get on the social media, and let people know that on Saturdays, when you see that Billy E. Jones on Saturdays, no, that man, that white man that on there, that's not me. I am Billy Jones, and I am on Sundays now. Yes. So we haven't made that change, but I tell you what, it is a fantastic show that the company is bringing to you on Saturdays. That's Maureen and Miss Kramer. And so it is Power, switching over to the other Power. And I recommend that program from 1 to 2 every Saturday. And but Billy Jones is now on Sunday mornings. That's right. Wake up to Billy Jones on Sunday mornings. Is that right, Miss Tyler? All right. And I have to get here because otherwise he got me rushing because I know if I don't get here on time, he's going to pop me upside my head 3 or 4 times, he says. But this, so I'm going to say it again. The program Talk Beat Jones with Dr. Talk. I am your man here on Sunday mornings now. And so I want you to spread the word because I had people calling me asking me, Billy, where are you? Where are you? Why aren't you on TV? They didn't take me off. They moved me to Sundays from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. on Sundays. So that's where I am on Sundays right here early in the morning. And so let me do this real quickly. Do you have aches? Do you have pains? Are you praying for better, greater health? Well, I'm here to let you know I've got the answer for you. It is the liquid biocell, the Jesuru. Mr. J.D. Hill called it the Jesus juice. We have it. If you've got problems with high blood pressure, if you've got sugar, if you got problems in your joints, your knees, your ankles, your feet, you've got different other issues going on with your system or your health. You want to get involved with the Liquid BioCell Jasuru program that was endorsed by Dr. Kifa Lorraine and also Mr. J.D. Hill. Now, we say that in terms of saying, how many years are you going to live? We don't know. Only God knows that. However, whatever years that you have, you can be healthier. You can feel greater. We're hearing about the STEM program and how it can rejuvenate your joints, etc. Well, that's what the liquid biocell, not exactly, but the liquid biocell program has been speaking on is in terms of going inside of your system. And one of the doctors that is involved with the liquid biocell, Jasuru, who was one of the first persons doing hip replacements, knee replacements, talked about putting his own daughter-in-law on the liquid biocell, the Jasuru, for 3 to 4 months, as she had been scheduled to have a knee replacement, and she did not have to have that knee replacement because of the fact that he had her on the liquid biocell. And after the evaluation, after that period of time, she did not have to have that knee replacement. So will it work for everybody? As you know, when you take surgery, the doctors will always tell you that they can't guarantee you anything. They can go in and do the best that they can do. However, I have a clientele of folks 70, 80 plus who are doing very, very well. Does that mean that it doesn't work for younger folk? No. It means that if you have a problem, period, you want to get involved, get started with the liquid biocell, and guess what? It is the #1 product, period. It's the company that CVS, Rite Aid, Whole Foods, GNC, etc. This is the company that packages their herbs and vitamins under their name, but they would not give them the liquid biocell to be packaged under their names. They have all of these patents making sure no one else can do this product except for this particular company. I'm coming out today, whatever time of day, evening, morning, noon, and night, that you happen to be watching Talk Beat Jones, Billy Jones, to let you know I've heard of some of my friends that have had strokes. And, we look at evaluating what we can afford and what we can't afford. We can't afford to go through the perspective of having a stroke when there is other means available. This program, this product will help you. My father, for those who don't know, because this is a new time for me, who don't know, was actually at the hospital, and he had actually died. Clinically dead. They brought him back after about 10 or 15 minutes. They brought him back. I left Detroit for about almost 6 months, and there was all types of rumors about where Billy Jones is and what Billy Jones is doing, and etc. But I left Detroit for 6 months, going home to California to be with my mom and my dad. And I put him on the liquid biocell Jasuru. My father has absolutely no problems at all. None. Physical, talking, activity-wise, he's good. So if you have questions, then you can call me, Billy Jones, Dr. Talk. Of course, on that screen, you see my name is Billy E. Jones. I didn't even know they knew my name, Billy E. Jones. But I'm Billy E. Jones, Dr. Talk, 313-412-3111. And I'll talk to you about it. And I will also let you understand this. You can check around. This program is still at and with some of your better places to buy this business or buy the product. And you'll find that I have a greater price than anywhere. And I also will deliver. Okay? So, and with me, as I said, it's not just about the money. It's about I want to see my family get healthy. And that's what it's about. So if you want, give me a call at 313-412-3111, and I'll be more than happy to bring the product to you. I'm on the air now, okay? Bye. So that's what we have to offer you. The program is not 4 days, 5 days. It is 7 days a week in which I will take care of you. I forgot. I've got some folks that we had a different number. Yeah, we had a different number, and I believe that she's probably trying to reach me on this other number. And what I want to do is I want to actually call the number today, and that's the number is 313. That number is 313-868-0342, and I want to see if I can get through on that number and see what's going on here. So that's me calling the number. That number is working because I see it flashing on my screen. So you can call me if you want to talk at 868-0342, 868-0351, 868-4336. And I have a distinct audience that likes to listen to what I'm going to say. I know, again, this is a new program, and many of you are not used to sitting back and calling. Thank you, Mr. Tyler. And calling and talking, so we know that over time, as we're getting this new audience involved with us on a Sunday, Monday, whatever time it is that you're watching us, we're going to be here to fire you up. Oh, speaking about firing up, I'm wondering, did anyone see the mayor oil, the mayor's debate? Did any of you see that? And we have the two different camps. We have one camp that says that Mayor Duggan did a wonderful, great job. Then we have the other camp that says that Senator Coleman Young did a wonderful, knock it out the park job. And I know that you are a different family, you're different folk. This is Sunday or Monday or whatever, and don't even know if you are involved in the political ranks, the political scene as such. So we are letting you know that this program is live, and as you are moving around the house trying to get ready for whatever, or some of you who have gone out, and you're trying to recover, to let you know that this is your show. This is your time to speak. And we're not going to get on and preach to you. We're not going to come on and try to pretend that I'm going to take you to the pulpit. This will be and is an information format, a program that allows you and me to have a conversation. I am Billy Dr. Talk Jones, and when it comes, and I'm a media specialist, and as it pertains to the political races as such, basically I will not take that I'm favoring this guy or lady or this guy or this lady. I call it down the middle. And if this person is doing a good job, I'll speak on that. If this person is doing a good job, I'll speak on that. And if they're doing a lousy job, I'll speak on that as well. I'm not beholding to no one except to you. And I offer the platform. I want you to know that you can call your friends, and we're on the Roku box, the Amazon, the Apple. We're on the World Wide Web at TV33WHPR.com. Also, you can pick us up over your telephone with that TV33 app, and you can watch us from anywhere in the world. So, from anywhere in the world, you can talk, and what I'm doing here is I have a lady that generally will call me from Oakland, California. But at one point, we had a situation with our telephones, and we were using a different number. And so, so this young lady is probably still trying to use a different number. Miss Tyler, this number right here, would you hang it up and try to keep calling her because she's using that other number that we used to get in. And so, once again, family, this is again is the Talk B Jones, and I'm excited about having the opportunity to come to this audience, brand new audience. And, we have the Women Empowerment Conference going on, and you're seeing basically what I've seen is white women coming in and throwing their fist up, and they are being pictured, etc., doing like Tommy Smith and John Carlos back in the Olympic time, that they were ostracized when they did that. However, um, however, we're seeing that it's great, it's fine now for white women to do that. Okay. Oh, you didn't know? Oh, okay, I'll see what's going on here. But what I'm saying there, family, is that um, there are people. Okay, that's her. So there are people that are okaying. Apparently, she's not gonna be able to get in because she doesn't know. She's an older person. Apparently, she don't know to hang up.
What number is she trying to call?
The number that we use when the
0331.
yeah. No. That's okay. That's okay, sir. That's okay. That's okay. We'll work through this.
Well, I mean, I can check it though.
Okay. Um, and so I'm simply saying that we were ostracized behind doing it as a statement of power, as a statement of unity. Other folks have adapted it, and it's okay. We have Colin Kaepernick that took a knee doing his platform of being a professional football player. They interpreted, not from his words, from their words, that he is being disrespectful to the flag. That's not what Colin Kaepernick said. He said that he was in opposition to the treatment that was being bestowed upon black folks in America, with all the beatings, the shootings, and the killings by authority folk. But they took what he was doing and made it a process saying, no, you're doing it against the flag, something that we can make it an object of saying is being disrespectful. That's not what he was doing. But now he is out of the game of football. And, yada, 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 and all these other things, and etc. And now we have women from back in the day that are speaking about how men inappropriately touch them, how they force them to have sex, how force them to have oral sex with them. And now they're coming up, and it's a movement. But I asked the question, and please don't think that I'm trying to be disrespectful, but I'm being truthful when I ask this question. How many women back in the 70s, 80s, back in the 70s, 80s, black women, it was a cute term that was used. It's called being an office wife. Why was that a cute term? Because basically you took care of the management personnel, and they felt that you were the person when at the office you took care of your boss. And they did the cliche of calling you an office wife. Just think about this, men and women. It's not comfortable what I'm about to say and how I'm saying it, but it's the truth. And I believe in speaking the truth. Carl, if you hold on just one moment, I'll let you speak and say whatever you need to say, okay? But is it, in terms of some of your recollection, back in the 70s, 80s, when we had all these jobs that came out, but in the 70s and 80s, those jobs were being abolished as such, and black men, and that's where the term came, last hired, first fired. That was talking about the black men. And why do we say the black men? It was and is because the black women were being kept. The black women were being promoted because their bosses, their office husbands, was not going to let them go. And as we went on through our time period, they progressed to the perspective of saying, I've got the job, I've got the power, and I don't need a man. And we start having a breakdown in the family situation between men and women because black men could not get a job and hold a job because white men and white society was making it sure that the black women could have a job, could have a business, could have an entrepreneur perspective and get the money, but made it very, very difficult for black men. So as women in general are speaking about them being touched, them having to go through a sexual encounters with at the office, I want to put a call out to the men because having a gay undercover boss also was going on during those times. And if you did not do what that boss wanted you to do, men, you know what was happening. Think about in the movies, we had those strong black men. And once they were cast in these very strong roles, next thing you know, they had to play gay men. Why was that prevalent? Were you forced into the Me Too movement, but because men, we don't talk about that type of situation? And women of privilege, were you a part of that Me Too, but because it gave you an advantage, you don't want to talk about it? This is Dr. Talk talking. You live, talk to me. This is Billy Jones. Can I, on Talk Beat Jones, can you talk to me, please? Can I get your first name, please? Hello? Uh-oh. I think that I spoke on something that made them say I better not talk. Did that happen to you? Let's find out if it's me or you. Huh? Hold on, please. They're trying to talk, Miss Tyler. Hello, caller. Hello, caller. Okay, well, I just need you to go ahead and talk. They're trying to make some adjustments. I know that you're there because you talked to me when I picked the phone up. So go ahead and talk, and they'll see if they can't make the adjustments. Um, Let me go back to the phone just a moment, Miss Tyler. Hello, hold on, please. You trying to talk to me? Okay, wait a minute. I just need you to keep talking because he's trying to bring you up because I can't hear you out here yet. Okay, hold on. Yeah, Miss Tyler, they're still talking. Go ahead and keep talking, okay? We don't. Hold on, please. Can you try to talk to me, please?
What they heard.
Hello?
Hello? Yes.
Okay, hold on, Mary. Let me go back to your line. See, that line works, Mr. Tyler. Um, Hi, can you talk to me
Can
now?
you?
Hello?
Yes.
Okay, I hear you now. Go right ahead.
Happy Sunday to you, Billy.
Well, happy special day to you too. Good to Hey, good to hear from you. Know that we moved from Saturday. Now we're on Sundays.
Yes, I see. That's a good thing.
That's a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
There are those of us who turn on Sunday as well.
say what?
There are those of us who turn on Sunday as well.
That's right. That's
We
right.
support WHCR.
Hey, talk about it.
Let
And
people know that if they don't have Comcast cable, they can pull down the app, go to the app store, it's free, and all the other ways by which they can listen to WHPR. So they really have
I have a question.
options.
I have a
They
question
have
for you.
options. Hmm?
I have a question. Can you hear me well?
Oh, yes, I can hear you very well.
Okay. There it is. Thank you. We're just checking the system, trying to tweak it, make it good so that you can hear me and I can hear you and the world can hear the things you're saying.
Can hear us, absolutely.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, how
I
does it feel? How does it
heard you
feel?
say that, there's a different audience on Sunday, and some people that tune in to you just like to listen. So I didn't want you to be alone, so I thought I'd
Oh,
call
wait a
you and
minute. Is
talk
this
to you.
Theo?
Yes, it is.
Hey, Theo. We like I said, we was tweaking the lines and now we've got it clearer and I can hear you and I now I know that I'm talking to Theo Broden of the Hood Research who has a show. What day is your show on TV33?
Tomorrow morning, Monday, 9 a.m.
I'm gonna have to call you, Theo, and just to make the quick announcement that Talk Be Jones is now on Sundays, not on Saturdays.
That's right. That's right.
All right.
Yeah, and tomorrow morning, I have a state rep coming in to talk about this insurance.
Okay.
And the insurance is just so it's not user friendly at all. Dangerous for those in our community to have. If you reduce the payment, you're going to reduce your benefits also.
Well, let me ask you this, and you're going to be able to come back to that. But we had a mirrored oil debate, and again, like I said, I don't go from one candidate to the other candidate. I'm totally down the middle. But you can give me your perspective, whichever perspective, how you see it, unchallenged, cut, no, straight up raw. How did Theo Broden see it?
Well, I thought that Devin Skillian did the community a disservice by the way he was handling the debate. He would cut short Senator Young, and I thought that was wrong. And he seems to be nervous and out of sorts. I don't know why, but there should have been somebody else to do a better job. The debate was only one time, which also did the community a disservice. Three, it was interesting that it was put on at a time when the competing stations had programs that many people in Detroit like, and that for the mayor, that was probably a deliberate decision, and it worked well for him. But I thought that the challenger, Senator Coleman Young, brought up some very excellent points. The promise that was made 3 years ago by Mike Duggan was that he was going to increase the population in the city of Detroit, and in fact, he did not do that. He did not keep his promise. Matter of fact, the population of the city of Detroit is going down.
Well, Theo,
Sorry.
and just a quickie, like I said, and I have to give full disclosure in that I have been a person on TV 33 with ever since Senator Coleman Young first called to the station to be a actor in a play, and so from the first time that he has been a person at the station, I have been aligned with him, and I was totally knocked out, shocked by the presence, the growth that I didn't know that this man had moved to.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll just say it like this. Folk, if you didn't know, now you should know that this man is a man that you're going to have to contend with all around the world, because this man has shown to me that he is able to step up his game, and
Agreed.
heretofore whatever happens, but I'll tell you what, he's put his mark out, and as a young man, the handlers of him, but it's not just the handlers of him, it's him putting in the work.
Yes.
His demeanor was so powerful. His pattern of speech was so powerful that as a black man, I know I have a future champion in Senator Coleman Young Jr., regardless of what's happening today. This man is somebody to be reckoned with.
I agree with you, Billy. He's 35 years old, born in the United States. That is the only set of requirements for an individual to run for president of the United States.
Yes.
So when people talk about how young he is qualified, has been in the political senatorial arena now for time to learn a lot of the process there, seeing as how Mayor has to deal with the legislatures in Lansing. He has that experience. The other thing is, when you look at the two candidates
Mary.
on Channel 4,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of people were remarking to me how professional Senator Coleman Alexander Young looked. How professional he looked. He was very well groomed. And Mike Duggan, they said, looked a little tired, and somewhere during the debate he got flustered and angry, and his face turned red, and he just didn't want some information to come out during the debate.
Well,
and I is the reason why he didn't want to do more than one.
Well, then after the debate, and Mike Duggan had his greeting party, and Senator Young had his greeting party, I stopped in to speak to Senator Young, as well as his mother, who I love, and a person that I really did not know a great deal about, Mr. Mongo, but I got a chance to greet him. I know he was maybe, I don't know what he felt in seeing me, but I simply, because like I said, I'm a straight up person.
Mm-hmm.
I straight up walked to Mr. Mongo as he was sitting at the bar, relaxing, and I told him, Mr. Mongo, you a bad mother. And I had to repeat myself 2 to 3 times because I knew I was not going to try to get into the small talk, because I knew that that's not what he wanted to engage me with. I simply gave him the stamp that I stated to him, without the music, Mongo, you're like Shaft back in that day. You're a bad mother
Turn
because
him
I've
off.
watched what he has been able to craft with Senator Young, and he's a bad mother. No matter what anybody say or how anybody think about his taxes, whatever, he's a bad mother because what Mongo and the senator's mother and the people around him has been able to bring this young man and make him, like I say, he's a force. He's gonna be a force to be reckoned with, y'all.
Oh, absolutely. And you know, some people were also shocked
Hold on.
when they heard the speech.
Oh, but Theo, I've got someone else on the line that I've got to move to. But again,
Okay, let
you're-
me just tell you one thing.
Yes.
Tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. for anybody who did not have an opportunity to hear Senator Coleman Young speak on Black Lives Matter, make sure you got on WHPR at 9 o'clock tomorrow morning, and you will hear the speech in its entirety.
all right.
Okay.
That's so if they're watching the program, so if they happen to not know that 9 a.m. on a Monday, this Monday,
That's right.
that you're going to be able to hear the speech that Coleman Young put together on.
That's right.
Theo
Just before
Broden's
my show
program.
comes on, you'll hear it in its entirety.
Okay,
tomorrow
Theo,
morning,
thank you so very
okay?
much. And again, I'll be on the air Monday night from 9 to 10. Feel free to call.
Oh, okay.
Okay? And like I said, folks, y'all have to understand this.
All right.
Billy Jones, Dr. Talk Jones, I'm unbought, unbossed, uninfluenced. I do not go left. I do not go right. If you like the presentation of Mayor Duggan, you can speak on that. If you like the presentation of Senator Coleman Young, you can speak on that. I'm not going to fight you. Period. But thank you very much, Ms. Theo Broden, okay?
All right. Peace.
All right, we love you. Thank you. Mary Bugs of Oakland, California. Glad we could get you in.
Good morning.
Good morning. Hit me,
How are
Mary.
you this morning?
What's going on?
Nothing going on really in Oakland. You know, just that. What can I say about Oakland? The rents have gone down. The mortgages have gone down. But we have an election coming up next year, and if this current mayor gets back in, who I call Mayor Hollywood.
You call it
they'll
you
go back up.
calling the current mayor Hollywood?
Yes,
What's the mayor's name?
Mayor Shaft.
The lady?
Yes.
Why you call her Hollywood?
I'd rather not say right now. One day I'll give you a hint.
Okay. But Mary,
But anyway, that's what's happening in Oakland, and that's good news. I like to bring the good news on sometime, you know.
come on, bring it to me.
Well, 6 more schools. They found lead in the schools again. 6 more.
Six
you
more
know,
school.
along with McClymonds High School.
Did you say they found lead in 6 more schools?
That's right.
Wow. And the
And
drinking.
I hope that they hurry up and make it their business, to fix it.
Hold on,
Because
call. Oh, okay. Go ahead. Mm-hmm.
And if for too long, these schools will be going. They have to bring in their own water and this and that, and they have water at the school. Bottles of water. But that shouldn't be happening. Don't they have janitors and stuff?
But didn't you
That-
did you
it
just
should
also
build
say
up
that they're
like
trying
that.
to privatize the schools?
Yeah, do something.
Oh, the
You
Oakland
know?
public school system is trying to privatize itself?
It looks like it.
Wow.
That's the way of the world. Nobody seems to want public schools anymore, and that's what they seem to be doing. The teachers they're the ones who have to bring in the papers, the pencils for the kids, and things like that, erasers, and yet they stealing at the schools, the superintendents and everybody else. They stole $30 million, and then they come back and ask for $25 million more.
So the
that's a
students are
sad
being shorted.
commentary.
So the students in Oakland, California are being shorted with tissue paper, pencils,
That's right.
erasers. basic school supplies, books.
That's it. The teachers have to do it.
The teachers have to bring those supplies, and the students are having to share the books, etc. Is that what you're telling me now?
Right. That's right.
And they want to
I don't know what's
privatize.
going
What
on.
about the charter schools? Are the charter schools still in effect in Oakland,
Well,
California?
you don't hear. Yeah, we have a few here in Oakland. Of course, they they love to have nothing but charter schools, the ones who run the charter schools. But how many black parents have $500 a month that they can afford that here in Oakland, California?
I'm good, Mike.
You know, so it's a bad situation. So I'd like to leave that to Fats
Perfect.
Domino.
Perfect.
Fats Domino, I love that man. You know, I really did. I'm gonna say a sad thing. I didn't know. He was still alive.
Yes.
He was 89 years old and he died.
With
And
eight-
that
with
is
eight-
sad.
eight
I used
children.
to love that music.
Hey, Mary,
Uh-huh.
he had 8 children.
I know.
Hey, he
And
was
he
doing
was
he was
quiet.
doing a
He
lot of
had no
walking to
scandals about it.
New Orleans, wasn't he?
That's right. He had a mansion in New Orleans. And I loved his music.
You never
And I
had a,
wish
you
we'd
never
go back
heard
to the
you
old
never heard of a
music.
scandal concerning Fats Domino.
No scandal.
Mm-mm.
He,
No.
he was just I just love his entertainment. And I wish we had some today. That was entertainment.
You know that the two things real quickly. The NFL, they're inviting Colin Kaepernick to come to a meeting with them,
Right.
and two, the former commissioner for the National Basketball Association, he just endorsed the fact that he feels that medical marijuana should be legal for the NBA players. What do you think about that?
I go along with that. I said I just don't like the idea of recreational marijuana.
Yes.
I mean, the medical thing is supposed to be controlled. They go to their cannabis clubs and they don't bother anybody else.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm,
But that where other people out here recreational can smell the stuff, it becomes a different story.
Well, Mary,
Like I
I
said,
want to thank you. Let me
California, they kill
hold on.
each
Let me
other
see who this
about
other caller is. Hold on, please. Family, we're on a short time. I've got Reverend Dr. Massey. He's going to come up and help bless this day, whatever day it may be. But he's here. You're live. Talk to me real quickly, please.
How you doing, Mr. Jones?
I'm great. Thank you. Talk to me quick. I only have about a couple of minutes.
Okay, this is DJ Mom. They give
Hey.
shout out to TV33.
Yeah,
Mr.
brother, how
RJ
you be?
Watkins. I'm just going to make this quick. Rest in peace, J.D. Hill. Give a shout out to all of the TV show hosts. This comment is for you. Thank you for being part of TV33
Thank
for
you.
over 5 years that I've known of.
Yes, sir.
In my opinion, you start out in memory of J.D. Hill and R.J. Watkins. You're doing a great job
Yes, sir.
because you're keeping the reality of our community. And I want to let you know that I appreciate you being neutral. That's very, very important. I want you to always remain neutral, homie.
Yes, sir.
And I'm proud of it.
I'm a proud black man, and I'm proud of you.
Now, I
I've
can't
listened.
see the TV, but I can hear you smiling over the phone.
You know it.
And,
And
you know I'm a avid supporter of TV33. But I'm going to ask you one question.
Yes, sir.
If somebody want to become a TV show host, say such as my house, what advice would you give them? Give me a second so I can get
Well,
back to
I
TV.
all
and
I
see
could
it.
do, all I could do with that, because I only got 30 seconds, Ted, to call 868-6612, and you can ask for Mr. Tyler or Miss Willis, and they'll be happy to talk to them and talk them through what it takes to become a host here at TV33. I got to run because I got Reverend Dr. Master here, and it's his time coming up next. Okay, thanks,
have a great
and
day,
brother,
homie.
I'll be on Monday night if you want to talk and chat with me. Please do. Got to run. Okay.
All right.
Love you, bro. Thank you. Mary, I'll be back on Monday night from 9 to 10. Please call. Got to run, though. Bye-bye. And with that, family, you call me at 313-412-3111. You want that liquid biocell, the #1 product on the market today. I have it. Call me, 313-412-3111. And I will deliver it to you. I've got the best price on it, but I got to go. Thank you very much. Reverend Dr. Massey, are you ready? I'm ready. Oh, he's kicking me out the floor. Got to go. Thank you, y'all. Bye now. You wouldn't have to go anywhere because this is the Talk Beat Jones. And this is the Talk Beat Jones. And see you then, Saturday, 1 2.
Good morning, TV audience. This is Dr. Massey with the Voice of Detroit on this lovely TV station, WHPR, coming out of Highland Park and Detroit. I want to talk to you today about something that's really serious to us, those who are citizens in the city of Detroit. The Bible says that when the righteous rule, the people rejoice. And I tell you, we haven't had much to rejoice about in these last 8 years, but it's time for us to begin to get our joy back. And it's very important that we elect the right person for the office. I want to do a little report card first on our mayor who's in there now. I can remember the turmoil that the city was in when he came into office. And during this particular time, the state of Michigan had withheld $200 million from Detroit so that they could go ahead and file bankruptcy. And you remember our former mayor, how he was trying his best to get them to release that money, but they would not release that money because they was in a mode where the white Anglos wanted to take over the city of Detroit. And they were very successful in what they did. You remember, they took Cobo Hall and threw out all the vendors that was in there who were native of the city of Detroit. And when they saw that they could do that, they moved and kept holding on to our school system and putting an emergency manager in there until finally they just kind of dried our finances up for the Detroit school system. And when the mayor came in, one of the biggest crises that we had was the water. I can remember him standing there before the mic and telling us that you can't get water for free. But water is a right. It's a right. It's a human right. Everybody got to have water. You got to take a bath. You got to wash your clothes. You got to wash your face. And you're not able to do that without any water. So we had a lot of people who walked away from their homes because they could no longer get water. Let me tell you about my story about the water company and what they did to me. I got married in 2010 to Yolanda Massey. I had lost my previous wife in 2006. And I wanted to wait a while so people wouldn't think that I was already going with this other lady, but I wasn't. And I was just patiently waiting upon the Lord. And he that wait upon the Lord, God shall renew your strength. You will mount up with wings of an eagle. Run, you won't get weary. And when you walk, the pace slows up. You won't faint. You won't fall out. But my pastor used to say, don't fall out, hold out, because deliverance is on his way. And certainly God delivered me August 22nd, 2010, blessed me with Yolanda. So we moved out to Farmington Hill. My son had a condo out there. He wasn't living in it because he had bought a house over in Bloomfield. And I didn't want to bring Yolanda in the house where my former wife had lived. So we was able to go out there in that condo out there in Farmington Hill and live there for approximately 3 years. In 2013, we began to make our journey back to the city of Detroit, and that was the same time when our mayor now was beginning to run it. So then the water crisis come up, and he tell us that we can't get no free water. And again, we say a lot of homes where people just walk off and left. You can't get no water. And the house, after a while, the whole house began to stink, and you need to get away from it. So they got away from it. Then we was in losing a whole lot of homes. I remember in 2014, this is the second year after he's in there, we lost approximately 20,000 houses that particular year. Now, at this time, the state began to release the monies back to the city of Detroit. Detroit now is operating with all pistons going forward, and this is when they began to take bailout. They took bailout from us, and that bailout issue was actually a racial issue. Now, I don't like to talk about race. I'm not a racist, but it was a racial issue. You had Penske, who really wanted to buy it, but after he saw he couldn't buy it because of the charter of Detroit, it belongs to the people in the city of Detroit. So they decided what they would do. They would go ahead and lease it for 30 years. And then they make the excuse that Detroit didn't have the $5 million to keep it going. Well, you know, we can pay money for millage. Certainly we could have paid millage to keep our parks looking good. At that particular time, we were hoovering around 800,000 people. That's 200,000 shy of the 1 million people. And you tell me that we couldn't take a church collection from everybody for approximately $6 to $7. It was just at $10, and we got more than enough. $10 would have gave us $8 million, but nobody was thinking along that line because they had us thinking that we wouldn't able to keep it going. But all of that was just kind of a trumped-up charge, so they could take all of the commodities from the people who live in the city of Detroit. And then we started losing the houses. The second year our mayor was in there, we lost 20,000 houses. And, you know, those houses could have been saved. 20,000 houses, you know, the way the bid go. September, they bid all for the taxes that's on the house. And then after they get a bid or somebody buy in on that, then in October, the bid actually started $500. And there was a lot of the houses that was lost that nobody claimed. You just think about it. You take $20,000 and 20,000 houses rather, and multiply it by $500. That's only $10 million. Then, as we begin to progress and go forward in the city of Detroit, then there was just one crisis look like after the other that came up. But I want you to know that Detroit no longer is the headquarters for the Cadillac division of General Motors. This was done about 2 years ago, right while we fighting over one thing. One scripture said, we strain at a gnat and we swallow a camel. Did you know that Detroit was out of approximately $500 million a year? I tapped my computer and I asked Google, you know, how much money will Detroit lose by losing the Cadillac division here in Detroit? I had written to the chairman of the General Motors. The lady had just come in, and I began to kind of not reprimand, but began to encourage her to put a plant back here in the city of Detroit. It was our uncles and brothers and sisters and cousin, who's maybe dead now and gone, who on the back of those 12 hours a day to help build General Motors to where it is. It gave them the seed money to do some great thing. After I wrote the letter, she wrote me back, and she told me, as though what I said didn't mean anything, it told me that General Motors had $150 million diversified in a whole lot of other things. And it was like and nowhere in the world it was going on. But I told her if she didn't build that plant here in Detroit, that was the time we were having a problem with the ignitions, you remember? That General Motors will become a byword. You know, even after they get bailed out by President Obama's administration, they still turn their back on black Negroes and Spaniards here in the city of Detroit and just do just what they want to do. She took the plant and sent it out to Long Island, New York. That's where the Cadillac division is now. She sent it out there where her people live in Long Island, New York. Tap your computer and ask what is the greatest group that lives in Long Island, New York, and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. Then what happened is we began to get money from President Obama President Obama sent Detroit approximately $500 million. All the money that the other cities did not take and spend, he said, I'm sending it to Detroit. We thank God for him, and that's the reason why we was able to get those 50 buses, and we was moving real good and smooth. You know, ever since Coleman Young was in office, they always set aside $5 million every year of those federal dollars that came into the city of Detroit to help the elderly. I have to say that real loud now because, Lord will, I'll be 70 years old this year. And what he would do is he would help the elderly to fix up their house as they came and sign up as far as the money would go. That was $5 million that was set aside. And they would put a roof on your house. You need a new furnace, they would give you a new furnace. Whatever you need done in that house, they would do that up to a certain amount of money. Now, when we get this new mayor in office, he sit down and he talked with Dan Gilbert, and they discussed about this $5 million. Well, at one point, they was at a place where they want to downsize the city, but at this point, they want to grow the city, but they didn't want to grow it anymore with black Americans, black Hebrew Israelite. They wanted to take this city and grow it with more white folks. And this is what they did. Dan Gilbert and the Mayor Duggan sat down and they discussed about that $5 million that they have always done ever since Coleman Young was in office and helped the elderly. You know, it's the elderly who has held up this city. It's the elderly who has paid the taxes and paid the millage for all of these years. And then to turn your back on the elderly. You know, when you disrespect the elderly, I can't say anything too good about you because you're supposed to respect the elder. And then you're supposed to help the elder. Matter of fact, you're supposed to take care of the elder. The Lord said to us to honor our mother and father. He'll bless us, give us longevity, and everything will go well with us. But they totally disrespect our elder. You got somebody who will disrespect the elder and disrespect their age like that. You don't need that person trying to lead a group of people. And anyway, you know, we are Hebrew Israelites. God never wanted us to have the leader. He wanted to be our leader. And that's the reason why we have about 3,000 churches here in the city. Then there was a move made, and I think that Mr. Gilbert is behind it, to get rid of some of the churches because the churches is preaching the gospel of Jesus Christ. Jesus is the Christ. He is the Messiah. He is the Son of God. He is God incarnated in the flesh. And they don't like that message at all. So they're going to try to charge now the church drainage fee. Now you're taking that and holding it over the church so that we can vote for them. But I want you to know that we need to make a stand. We need to stand up and let the righteous get in and let the righteous begin to rule. Now, you know about the money that they used to tear down the buildings that was in the city of Detroit after Obama sent all of that money, about $500 million to the city of Detroit. They took that money and they really messed over it. They really abused it. And we remember one time they paid one man $29,000 to tear down a house. I love you. I'll be back here next week if the Lord will, and the creek don't rise. Come and be with me this morning. I'll be in Linwood, down at my sister's church, the Kingdom of God. That's Richard and Linwood. And the church starts at 12 o'clock. So you got plenty of time. God bless you. Love you. See you. Bye-bye.
This is the Talk Beat Jones, and this is the Talk Beat Jones, and see you then.